Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Board of Education meeting on Tuesday, June 18th. It is 6:02 p.m. We'll call this meeting to order. If you are able, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Ms. Yetsey.
Here.
Ms. McCarthy.
Here.
Ms. Sachs.
Here.
Ms. Tamura.
Here.
Mr. Baca. Here.
Okay, that takes us to finalization of agenda. I would like to notice that we are going to move the finance report to right before the consent agenda. The purpose of the moving of this item is one of our board members needs to attend another commitment this evening, so she will need to leave right after this report is finished. Are there any other adjustments to the agenda? Okay, approval of minutes. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the video transcribed meeting minutes for May 7 and May 21st. Further, it is recommended that a written summary of the special and regular minutes for the meetings on May 7 and May 21st be approved. Moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Tamura, seconded by Mr. Baca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamura.
Yes.
Mr. Baca.
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey.
Yes.
Ms. Sachs.
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy.
Yes. We don't have a report from the superintendent and the treasurer this evening. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And no recognitions this evening. Are there any announcements from the board or cabinet members? No. It takes us to hearing of the public on agenda items. If anyone would like to speak about an item that is on tonight's agenda, now is your opportunity to do so. Seeing none, that takes us to the finance audit report. On page 13. Hang in there with me for a second. Okay, financial results for operating revenues and operating expenditures for the 11 months since May 31st are on plan. Local source revenues are slightly lower than estimate, while state sources are slightly higher. Cash balances are $700,000 higher than prior year. Benefit costs have benefited from the transition to the Suburban Consortium, and the current experience related to claims in North Ridgeville City Schools Health Trust is favorable. It is expected that fiscal year operating results will be close to or slightly better than the plan. A motion to approve the finance audit report in one reading.
Second.
Moved by myself, seconded by Mr. Baca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McCarthy.
Yes.
Mr. Baca.
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey.
Yes.
Ms. Saxon.
Yes.
Ms. Tamura.
Yes.
This is our second reading this evening of the resolution to declare the necessity of the bond levy for future school facility project. I motion to approve this resolution.
Second.
Moved by myself, seconded by Mrs. Tamura. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McCarthy.
Yes.
Ms. Tamura.
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey.
Yes.
Ms. Saxon.
Yes.
Mr. Baca.
Yes.
And then finally, each year a fund is established for incoming freshman class that seeks to assign activities that provide opportunities for student leadership, development, student group organizational skills, I'm sorry, that was oddly worded in my mind, and promote cohesiveness and membership as a class unit. It is funded through donations and fundraisers. I motion to approve the establishment of this new fund.
Second.
Motion by myself, seconded by Mr. Baca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. McCarthy.
Yes.
Mr. Baca.
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey.
Yes.
Ms. Saxon.
Yes.
Ms. Tamura.
Yes.
Thank you. That takes us back to the consent agenda. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the consent agenda resolution as presented on June 4th, 2019. If you will. Moved back to page 13.
Yeah. Moved.
Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Tamira and a second by Mr. Vaca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you. That takes us to other board business. Ms. Yetsey?
We have 8 agreements to consider. Are we into the education report?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, education.
We have 8 agreements to consider for approval. All 8 agreements allow us to provide specialized services for our students in extended school year programs. We have the ABA Behavioral Specialist Extended School Year Program. It is a continuum of services for some of our students who have received services through the emotional support room. We have support for families. That's a continuation of a contract that we have with support for families to support 3 students with extended school year services. STEPS, Extended School Year, is a program that one of our students will attend in order to support his social and behavioral needs. Cleveland Sight Center, ESY, provides extended school year services to one of our students who has severe vision issues as well as medical concerns. The Ohio School for the Deaf provides extended school year services for one student with a hearing impairment. Camp Cheerful agreement is for students to attend their summer programs as extended school year services. This program has been used in the past. Lakeshore Day Camp agreement is for students to attend their summer program as extended school year services. This program has also been used in the past. The Silver Lining Group is an extended school year program for one of our students with autism. I motion to approve these agreements on one reading.
Second. Moved by Mrs. Yetsey, second by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. That takes us to our buildings and operations report. Mr. Vaca.
We have several resolutions for approval to consider on this second reading. The first resolution is to accept the master plan provided by the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission to participate in the expedited construction program. I motion to approve this item.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vaca, second by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
The second resolution is to declare the intent for the use of the required .5 mil permanent improvement levy. North Ridgeville City Schools already satisfies this requirement through our existing 2.5 mil PI levy. I motion to approve.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vaca, second by Ms. Yetsey. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
And lastly, there is a resolution to accept the expedited local partnership program project agreement. I motion to approve the OFCC project agreement.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vaca, second by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Vaca. That takes us to our human resources report. Mrs. Saxon.
Under other board business, we have some human resources items to consider. 10 certified staff appointments, 3 certified staff leave replacement appointments, 3 support staff appointments, 1 non-represented support staff appointment, 1 special project stipend, 2 ESY special education aides, 11 support staff substitutes, maintenance and secretarial, 1 unpaid volunteer coach, 4 support staff contract adjustments, 1 certified staff leave of absence, 1 certified staff resignation, 1 support staff resignation. I motion to approve these items on one reading.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Saxon, second by Mrs. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. Tamira? Ms. Yetsey?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes. That takes us to hearing of public on new items. If anyone would like to speak to the board about an item that is not on tonight's agenda, now is your opportunity to do so.
One at a time, please.
It is recommended that the Board of Education enter into executive session to discuss the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, compensation of public employees, and matters related to negotiations of public employees.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Mrs. Tamira, seconded by Mr. Vaca. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Tamira?
Yes.
Mr. Vaca?
Yes.
Ms. Getzey?
Yes.
Ms. Saxon?
Yes.
Ms. McCarthy?
Yes.
6 o'clock.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.